shows on the left, just in case you were not able to see what it is, it represents a chicken which died of itself. If you keep chicken and you go for eggs and say, my chicken is dead. Well, you cannot fry it anymore. It died of itself. You can sell it to a foreigner. Well, that was the case in, let's say, Israel. Strangely enough, Yahweh says you can sell it to a foreigner.
Go next.
Next. Abstain from eating blood, Leviticus 17:14, Genesis 9 verse 4, Acts 15 verse 20.
Leviticus 17:14. For it is the life of all flesh, its blood, it is for life. And it said to the children of Israel, do not eat the blood of any flesh. Any flesh, he has said, for the life of all flesh is in the blood. Anyone eating is cut off.
Genesis 9:4.
Genesis 9:4. Basa rin.
Do not eat blood. Ang sinasabi niya
Genesis
or
9:4,
i-drain mo yung
but
blood.
you shall not
Pang
eat
animal
flesh
yun.
in its life.
Pero
its
blood.
Pero sis, di ba
All flesh.
Yes,
All
Acts
flesh.
15
Ang sinasabi niya,
20.
you will not eat the blood of the fish. Yung pag-strangle na yung sinasabi niya.
Pero ang about mga Francis, dahil di ba lahat itong struggle,
Oo.
lahat ko na siguro sis na hindi pagkaon ng
And
luto. Kaya ini blood man.
Any blood in the flesh. Any blood of any
It is like
flesh.
fish again, going back to the fish.
Maybe the fish
We
has
back to the
blood.
fish again.
We will not eat the blood of the fish.
Okay, what about the...
Yeah.
Wala
Wala
is more on
naman
strangling.
Di ba, but
Can you make the distinction? Because any flesh you cannot eat.
any flesh and with blood.
Yeah.
Fish, that's
It's
the
clear.
You cannot eat the blood of the fish.
We must not, let's say, put our present meaning on terms on scripture. So again, I will check. I doubt if I will find an expression such as the flesh of fish or so. I don't think so. I think when it says flesh, then it's referring to land animals. I think so. I might be wrong.
You will check.
If you
Assignment.
find the verse,
Assignment.
I stand to be corrected.
Okay, you will check.
Elder, you have assignment.
You have assignment.
Yeah,
Assignment, yes.
Okay, you will check. Next
I will
week.
check.
Ang isda kasi pag hinugasan mo, wala nang dugo.
Remind me because I'm a bit forgetful.
Oh, hindi, no, I ito kita, but the meat kasi the cow, talagang you did have to drain the blood, but the fish, once it's clean.
Wala naman ha. Wala
Ilang
naman
percent
makita.
magandang blood sa kuwan, di ba?
Yeah, but I clean fish, but after I soak in the water, it's still remaining blood, but it's not so many that compared to.
But there is still blood.
But I compared that the American husband of my sister before that when my sister cook a fish, he complains to me that the fish is stink. But after I clean it with soap with water, the American said to me that you cook fish but it's not stink. So I think that the soap will remove any blood in the meat.
Well, again, I'm not a specialist in the matter. I didn't look into it, certainly not recently. There may be some kind of liquid inside the fish, but I don't think it's blood. But again, I will check on it.
Assignment.
And I think when scripture says blood, it refers to blood of land animals. I will read Acts 15:20 myself. But that we write to them to abstain from the defilements of idols and from whoring and from what is strangled and from blood. Going back to Leviticus 17:14, remember the punishment was being cut off. Well, I gave a message recently. Actually, it was in Yahweh's assembly in Yashua that I gave this message about cut off question mark. No, grafted in. Cut off means cut off from the people of Israel. So that was the punishment for eating blood. Cut off from the nation of Israel, meaning you were no longer part of the people, you were no longer considered an Israelite. In our terminology, that would be, well, to use a Catholic term, you are excommunicated. You are pushed out of the community of believers. That means cut off. So don't think it's a joke, this is a serious matter and this law is still valid. Again, the Jewish requirements for kosher meat go far beyond just not eating pork or shrimp or mussels or such things, or rabbits, whatever, horses. An Orthodox Jew, he will even refuse to eat beef that comes from a regular store, because it's not kosher. For him, it's not kosher.
But what if the duck here that's not cut, the duck by the Jews that their feet is not cut, the ducks, he says that,
the ducks.
yeah, the duck issue.
Well,
Madak.
that's another topic. We can look into it, but I have already looked into it, and it's a couple of years ago. I don't know if research has progressed since that time. It has to do with a translation problem.
But they said that
If you look up the list of unclean birds in Leviticus 11, well, there are different translations of the same Hebrew word. And why is that? Is it because these people are deceived? Or because they have their own agenda? No, it's not. They are just being honest, and they are making guesses. They are making guesses. They don't know for sure, or they didn't know for sure, how to translate certain words. For instance, you can wonder, ostrich. Is that a bird that has ever been in Israel? An ostrich.